Doody doody doo. This is the boring part of the stream. Ooh, apparently I'm eligible for memberships. I ain't doing that shit. Okay. I should probably edit this crap out, but what's the point of putting effort into this, you know? What's pop out chat? I want to click on it and see. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Guess you learn something new every day. All right. Welcome to Nobody's Live. It is July 25th, 2025. I got Dusty with me here, enjoying me a nice, delicious ghost. Sup, Michael Share? Michael Share. Sorry, it's early. My bad. I'm probably going to be sounding like a slurring doofus this morning. How's it going, JK Tim? Who's JK Tim? You mean that weirdo who used to be all like, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Just Keep That in Mind. You mean that guy? Yeah, I don't know either, Dusty. I don't know what happened to him. Sorry. But how are you, Lonesome Mesa? Want to see something cool I got? I got these boom boom sticks. They're amazing. They're like these sticks that have like menthol in them, and you jam them up your nose and you snort, and it's amazing. Man, cleared those sinuses out good. Mmm, awesome. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that guy, that J.K. Tim. I heard he was a real weirdo. He used to hang out with a bald guy with one testicle. Do you know? Do you remember him, Dusty? Apparently, he had a bird that looked just like you. So, I don't know. Yeah, you must have confused him with someone else, Lonesome Mesa, because I don't know what you're talking about. So, how's everyone enjoying their July 25th? I guess. I guess nothing big's going on today, except for maybe the next big celebrity death. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan, and some other guy, some famous trumpet player from the 70s. I don't even remember his name. His last name is Mangione. But yeah, I guess the Grim Reaper is being a little overzealous nowadays because he took four big names, even though I don't even remember one of the names. Look at this bird. He's just everywhere this morning. He's all hopped up. He had some millet, and I think that's what hopped him up. You hyper? I don't have the energy to keep up with you anymore, Dust. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I just got to live with it. Hulk Hogan is leg dropping demons in hell. Well, Maybe him and Ozzy are both going at it together. I try not to be disrespectful of the recently deceased. Although I guess I just kind of was. But condolences to the families and everything. It's never good to lose a close family member like that. Let's change the topic to something happier. Let's talk about Chirp, Dusty. That's a good idea. Let's talk about Chirp. Anyone have anything to say about Chirp? Sorry, I love these boom boom things. They're so cool. Who would have thought that a little stick of menthol could add so much joy to my life? I appreciate being felt, Lonesome Mesa. But yeah, it's been a little bit since I did my last live stream. I turned 37 since the last time I did a live stream. I'm getting old, guys. I am. Almost at the halfway point. My life is almost halfway over. Isn't that awful? Man. I need to quit talking about such depressing things. Quit talking about that stuff. We need to be positive here, you know? How to stay positive. Too much negativity in this world. That's right, Dusty. I agree. How's it going, the bro that survived? I'm glad that you survived. I don't know what you survived, but whatever it was, I'm glad that you survived. Thank you for the belated birthday wishes, Lonesome Mesa. I actually didn't have any cake because I'm back on my diet, so I had hot wings instead. I'm doing the keto thing. Got to get rid of this weight. I'm too damn fat. I do not recommend being this fat. It's not fun. I know, Dusty, I'm an idiot for getting this fat, but you are a positive poly. What's a poly? Does that mean I'm polyamorous? Huh. I didn't even know that about myself. You learn something new every day, I guess. Anyone see the new Fantastic Four movie? I just saw it yesterday. It was alright. I'm always going to be partial to the cheesy Jessica Alba ones. What I survived is several years of silly YouTube history, or that's what I tell myself. I'm the same here. I guess I survived too in a way. I guess we're both kind of survivors of the same thing. Silly YouTube history can be pretty hard to survive, trust me. I know I've been there. And Dusty's been there. Yeah, I have a habit of reading the plot leaks too, but it's still fun to watch. Did you see it, Dusty? No, I didn't say eat my glasses. I asked you if you saw the new Fantastic Four. Okay, well, yeah, it was pretty good. I'm always going to be partial to those cheesy early 2000s ones that have Jessica Alba. What about you, Dusty? Do you like those? Do you like the early 2000s Fantastic Four movies? Do you? Oh, now you're quiet. He's only quiet when I'm not trying to talk to him. Oh, see, there you go. That chirp was very belated, Dusty. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This probably isn't going to be a very entertaining stream, so I'm sorry. Dunderhead. That name rings a bell. I remember hearing that name back in the day. I do remember the name. So, always nice to see an old schooler around here. Aren't a whole lot of us left, so yes, we are the ones who survived if you think about it. Because there aren't a whole lot of the people from back in those days who are still around. Oh, shut up. You weren't part of those old days. You're not the one who survived. But yeah, I do remember Dunderhead. That's definitely something. Don't scream in my ear. I remember Dunderhead. I probably shouldn't have started the stream so early, but what the heck? What the heck, right, Dust? You got any plans for today, Dusty? Really? I have the same plans. Good morning, Cola Pro or Cola Pro. Apparently, you're like my #3 fan. So you got some catching up to do to catch up to Lonesome Mesa and the Bro That Survived, because you're apparently slacking behind. So it's a big free for all for #1, I guess. I don't know how the rankings work. I'm still kind of a well. Don't lecture me on it, okay? I know what I'm doing. This bird thinks he can lecture me. He also thinks he can crap on me. He just took a nice, disgusting one. I'm sure that's what you guys wanted to see this morning. Fun times. Can it, bird? Do I hit the gym or do I just watch what I eat? I mainly just watch what I eat, and I walk a lot. I'm on my feet a lot at work. But I have been watching when I eat a lot more, because being this big kind of sucks. And by kinda, I mean really. I know, Dusty, I'm a fat ass. You don't have to rub it in my face. I read the name correctly, so I've got the right dude in mind. Yeah, we are. We are what's left. There aren't a whole lot from that old group that I was part of. The only people who are left are me, Darkness, Big Al. I think Terracin still makes videos. Asa, but he wasn't really part of that group per se. And of that group, like, Big Al, he mostly just like makes videos of himself hanging out with his friends. No offense to Big Al, he's a great guy, but yeah, it seems like that's mostly what he does nowadays. Am I on vacation today? Oh, I wish. I gotta go into work tonight. Are you on vacation? Because if so, I am jealous. Because actually, I'm going to a wedding next week. I'm gonna see. Quit interrupting me, okay? I'm the one who's talking here. Yeah, next week I'm going to see my old friend Samuel to Geek. Do you guys remember Samuel to Geek? You don't remember Samuel to Geek. You never even met him. Anyway, he's getting married, and I'm going to the wedding next week. Yes, Dusty sends his congratulations, Samuel. That's right. No, you didn't get an invitation. Only I got one. Well, I mean, that's your issue, not my problem. Yeah, I mean, Al is at a point where he can just make videos doing whatever he wants. I mean, I wasn't trying to, like, rip on the guy. I mean, if he just wants to make videos of himself hanging out with his friends, by all means. You're awful chatty today, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Are you loud? Are you a loud ass bird? Yeah, you're a loud ass bird, aren't you? Yeah, aren't you? You want scritches? You want scritches? There you go. Good bird. Yeah, Dusty is all talk. He's all talk. He's all squawk. He's all shitting on my shoulder. He's all everything. But yeah, my buddy Samuel to Geek's getting married, man. It's crazy. It's crazy because I've known him since he was like 15. I know, Dusty. We are getting old. Now he's getting married. So that's going to be exciting. I'm going to be flying out to New Mexico. I'm going to have to do a stream with him sometime because that'd be fun. Watching from Europe. Oh, I'm glad you're watching this stream from a shitty 80s band. I do remember Samuel to Geek, though it's probably in the same way you remember Dunderhead. I heard the name from the kids I rolled with. Is Dunderhead one of like the Gnaw kids? Because I remember there was like this group from back then called the Gnaw Kids. I forget what they were all about though. I've always wondered what you do for a living. I don't want to say too much. I'll just, because I don't want to like dox myself or something. Because I got some weirdos on here wanting to like find out where I live and stuff. But I'll just say that it involves chemistry. That's all I'll say. And don't you say anymore, Dusty, because I know you got a big beak. No, no, no. You better keep your beak closed, because people don't need to know that shit, Dusty. You don't need to tell people this stuff. Oh man, if there's any cockatiels out there watching, they're gonna know. They're gonna know all my shit because he can't shut up. I know. You're gonna dox me, aren't you? You're gonna be the death of me. Well, yeah, I mean, you caught me. I am a professional bodybuilder. I built my body into a giant vat of goo. My favorite chemical? I don't know. Probably like My Chemical Romance. Were you ever in MMOs? Um, Not really. I try to come up with a clever alternate abbreviation for MMO, but my brain just isn't working this morning. But I never really played a whole lot of MMOs. I have an aunt and uncle though who got really into they got really into EverQuest or no, they got really into World of Warcraft and it like ruined their marriage. So you were one of the Gnaw kids. Okay, I remember. I remember the Gnaw kids. Those were the days. Do you remember the Gnaw kids, Dusty? No, that wasn't. No, you don't remember the Gnaw kids. You were just an egg back then. Europe is a silly name for a band. So is Asia. I'm surprised Europe and Asia never went on tour together. Do I have any other pets besides Dusty? No. I can't handle more than Dusty. This bird's a handful. My favorite game genre? My favorite game genre? Probably like platformers and action adventure. No, I don't. I don't like first-person shooters that much, Dusty. No, don't put words in my mouth. But I like the Mario's and the Donkey Kongs. I like Prince of Persia. I liked I Ninja. That was a great one. Beautiful Joe. Anyone remember Beautiful Joe? There's a band called Begging for Incest from Germany. Well, of course, that's definitely a German band. And another band called Nasty Pig Dick from Mexico. The closest I got to dying, I've gotten almost into a couple of pretty serious car accidents almost. Thankfully, I didn't. Crash and Spyro. Yeah, I didn't really get into Crash and Spyro until a couple years ago. I bought the game collections for the Switch. So, did I ever play Bubsy? No, I can't say that I have. I've heard great things. Oh, the Brothers Survive heard about Beautiful Joe. That's awesome. That's awesome, Gnaw Kid. Is a band called Nasty Pig Dick from Mexico, or are they just called Nasty Pig Dick and they're from Mexico? Like, is the from Mexico part of their name? Didn't they make a new Bubsy game like recently? I could have sworn they did. Like they made a legacy sequel. I don't know. But I've heard the original one isn't very good. Have you played it, Dusty? You sure talk a lot like you did. But yeah, I like the Spyro and Crash games when I played them. I played the remakes. I know. Yeah, I know they remade the Gex games, and those are like I think those are on Switch too. I believe. Do I watch Sam Hyde? I don't know. I don't really watch of like a lot of political YouTubers. Do I have any funny stories about that Cedar Rapids road trip with the Juice Man? No, I can't say that I do. He didn't want to go to Cedar Rapids. I thought it would be fun to go to Cedar Rapids, but apparently he didn't. So we just never went. Is Beautiful Joe really that obscure these days? It's a cult following type of game. You know, it didn't really sell a huge amount, but it's got a pretty solid little fan following online. But I never hear about it talked about too much these days. But I don't know. Maybe there are people out there who do talk about it a lot. Do you remember Beautiful Joe? You do? Are you any good at it? Did you beat it? It's a pretty tough game. Oh, you did beat it? Cool. He takes after me, don't you? So all the Gnaw kids were Beautiful Joe fans? That's pretty cool. Yeah, he is pretty chill. He's laid back, and he's loud. And he likes to climb all over me. But overall, he's pretty chill. He's just a laid back little cockatiel. Aren't you? Aren't you just a chill bird? Good bird. But yeah, I hope someday they make a sequel to Beautiful Joe. I think there'd be an audience for that. I think that game's got enough of a following. Heck, they're making a sequel to Okami, and I think that's the same team that made Beautiful Joe also made Okami. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong, but since we're in the era of legacy sequels, I think that'd be a good one to make. How many Gnaw kids were there at the peak? The Gnaw kids. That really takes me back. Am I excited for a potential Half-Life 3 announcement this year? I'll believe it when I see it, because Valve is notoriously bad at like adding a third game to their series. They usually stop at two, but who knows? There were 50 Gnaw kids? Jeez. You guys had quite the community going on. Do I ever read about myself online? I admit sometimes I do. Uh, most of the negativity comes from people who don't like me because I got into an online feud with their favorite YouTuber. But most of the stuff people say is positive. Like I said, it's just assholes who are still sour that I got into an argument with their favorite YouTuber years ago. Like, there are still people out there who bitch about the feud I got into with Darkness the Curse, even though Darkness the Curse and I haven't had anything to do with each other in 10 years. There are still people out there who can't shut up about it. Yeah, I'll do some more live streams. Because this is kind of a cool way to hang out with people. Yeah, do you think so, Dusty? You don't care. You just want to chew on my glasses, don't you? I don't know why people care so much either, because Darkness and I put that shit behind us years ago. It's too bad that certain other people can't. Man, I didn't realize that the Gnaw kids were such a big deal. I remember there being a lot of Gnaw kids, but I didn't know there were that many Gnaw kids. You ever thought of bringing them back as like the Gnaw adults? That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe you can call them the Yaw adults. I don't know, you could always give it a try. You once mentioned that you close end channels if they get too popular. Will the same happen to this one? I don't know, probably not, because the old channels that I closed were the videos on them. They just weren't very good. They were, and I made those videos when I was in my 20s, and even cringier than I was back then. But the channel I got now, I'm actually kind of proud of it. I know a lot of people really enjoy the videos, and so I don't really see any reason to delete it. Oh yeah, Winger Dinger. That's another one I remember. I actually had the honor of being part of it. I'm gonna put this bird back in his cage. He's being loud. I'll be right back. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about me deleting this channel, because, like I said, those old channels were just a bunch of bullshit that I did when I was in my 20s, and the videos weren't very good. Oh, you actually tried bringing back the Gnaw adults? That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people found me through that famous video. It's kind of weird that that's what I'm best known for on YouTube, was that video, and that like famous YouTubers, like actual famous YouTubers, did commentaries on that video. Very, very weird. Makes me wonder how many great channels are out there who I'll never get to find. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there that are just buried. You really gotta put some effort into finding them. That Mario painting was actually painted by my brother's ex-girlfriend because she knew that I was into Nintendo, and she painted that for me. So yeah, I've had this for probably 14 or 15 years. It's a nice painting, don't you think? So just curious, how many people in this chat know me from my old channel, and how many know me just for this channel? Any tips for new YouTubers? Just be patient, you know. It took me a while to get this channel going. Took me a couple years, but you know, just got to stick with it. Don't get too discouraged by the numbers. I, I was on Dylan from Somewhere's morning show. I was? Who's Dylan from Somewhere? Is that a YouTuber? I don't know who that is. I'm gonna look him up. Yeah, I can tell you're an OG one. I never know which YouTubers are talking about me these days. See, I know Xander Hall made a video doing a commentary on me. I know Think Before You Sleep has talked about me in a couple of videos. Legion of Men. Did I already mention him? I don't know. But Legion of Men, Xander Hall, and Think Before You Sleep. Those are the three big ones that I know of who've talked about me or done commentaries on their videos. It's pretty wild. And I guess now this Dylan from Somewhere guy. So I just never know. You guys will have to keep me posted because I just never know. I know a handful of other people have too, but I can't really think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, thanks for the free advertising from those guys. That's pretty nice, I guess. I want a cut of the money they've made. Yeah, it was even before that ranting community was even before the 2010s. To be honest, it was kind of peaked in like 2009. After 2010, it just kind of very slowly, over a number of years, just kind of fell apart to the point now where it just doesn't even exist anymore. Any summer vacation plans? I plan on sleeping a lot. I plan on sitting on very comfortable couches. Actually, as I said earlier, I'm going to a wedding next week, and then later next week, I'm seeing Toto and Men at Work in concert. How awesome is that? Toto and Men at Work, your mom's favorite bands. The Leafy Keemstar era of YouTube. Oh yeah, yeah. That's definitely a bygone era now. There's been so many bygone eras over the last 10, 15 years of internet. I'm also seeing Def Leppard later this month. and Lincoln Park, or what's left of Lincoln Park. I guess half of Lincoln Park. I'm going to see them in St. Louis. So there's good stuff coming up. You came across my old ranting community from back then because of a Homestar Runner wiki form. Wow, Homestar Runner. Now that just reading that comment makes me feel like voting for George W. Bush for president. That's how early 2000s that is. Do I think the new lead singer of Linkin Park is any good? Yeah, she's okay. I liked the album that they did with her. Not as good as the old stuff, but heck, that last album with Chester wasn't good at all. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they needed a breath of fresh air. But yeah, I thought their new stuff's pretty good. She's a good singer. It would have been cool to see them with Chester, though. I mean, I guess I could still technically see them with Chester, but he would just be kind of lying on stage decomposing. Opinion on Steely Dan. They're okay. I actually saw them at the state fair about 10 years ago at the Illinois State Fair. They were actually pretty good. I think I stopped listening after Meteora. Sorry. Lonesome Mesa says, I think I stopped listening after Meteora. Yeah, those first two albums are the best ones by far. The bro from Survive says, not a John Kerry guy, eh? John Kerry. Now that's a reference that takes me back. Thank you for blessing me, Astro Guy. John Kerry. No, I was an Al Gore man. Isn't Filthy Frank like a pop star now? Like, he quit being Filthy Frank to start like a J-pop music career thing, I guess. I don't know. But I don't think he does Filthy Frank anymore. Which I think is kind of dumb. I mean, why not do both? Why can't he be Filthy Frank and the pop star? Just have two successful things. I don't know. I'm not in his shoes. Yeah, I invented the internet. I'm Al Gore. I invented that Al Gore impression's terrible. I'm sorry. But yes, I remember that was the big joke at the time that Al Gore invented the internet. Oh, Filthy Frank was getting seizures and that's why he stopped? Well, that makes sense. I realize playing a silly character can give you seizures. I mean, well, that's good for him that he found something else that he's been able to be successful with. So a lot of people can't do that on YouTube. It's very rare to be able to just reinvent yourself like that. So, good for him. If you're ever worried about today, just remember that today is yesterday's tomorrow. Okay? I don't know if that means anything, but there you go. Today is yesterday's tomorrow. And just remember that next time you're in some kind of predicament. I can still remember Nickelodeon Kids' Choice for President. I remember that too. Didn't they just do that again? I thought they were still doing that. But I remember they were doing that when I was a kid. I remember when it was Clinton versus Dole, and Clinton won. And Clinton was on TV accepting his award from Nickelodeon. He was like, "Oh, thank you. The kids of America for picking me as your next president." Yeah, a lot of people on this site can kind of evolve from this site and be successful, and some can't. I'm one of the ones who can't. Oh well, that's life. I'm just glad I got you guys. You're not old enough for Clinton slash Dole. You're not missing much. I was barely old enough myself. I was only 8. What bodies do you know? Just my own, apparently. What up, Knowbody? What up, Preston? Yeah, technically, I only know my own body when you think about it. I'm actually not going to replace Colbert Astro Guy. Dusty is. Dusty's going to take over the Late Show. Whoa, Cola Pro, you're just a youngin'. You're just a youngin'. I'm an old man compared to you. Will I hit 100K subs in a year or two? Hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. My old buddy Darkness the Curse hit 100,000 subs just from being a human Wikipedia. So anything can happen. Well, you are nobody, not no bodies. Exactly. I only know my own body. Welcome to the 30s club, bro that survived. You are officially a gnaw man. Jeez, Yavka, you're just a youngin'. I thought Cola Pro was the youngin', but you're the youngin' here. 19. I'm almost old enough to be your dad. You better go do your homework, young man. Yeah, who would have thought Darkness would get that big on YouTube just from basically being a human Wikipedia? That's hilarious to me. Well, that's what I'm here for, making people blush. You're almost the youngest one, though, Cola Pro. But I'm the oldest. I'm the old man here, I think. 37. Your name's Dustin, Astro Guy? Well, please don't perch on my shoulder. That would not end well for either one of us. 20, another 23, another youngin'. Lots of youngins here. I remember when I was 23. 14 years ago. I'm getting old. It would not end well for either one of us, though, Astro Guy. I'm telling you. You'd fall and I would break my shoulder. And I'm getting old. I'm not at an age where I should be breaking my shoulder. How am I enjoying TikTok? It's fun. It's fun. I might post a link to it sometime and do TikTok and YouTube both. Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Yavka. I thought I would do one a little early in the morning where I live, because I know not everyone lives in the same time zone as me, so thought maybe I can get some different people from different parts of the world to check in. Well, I'm glad it's chill, Cola Pro. Am I pronouncing your name right, Cola Pro? Or is it Cola Pro? I'm not exactly a pro myself, so I wouldn't know. It would be a hell of an epilogue if after 15 plus years on YouTube you became a gigantic TikTok star. Well, I guess I would literally be a gigantic TikTok star because I am a pretty big guy. Even if I didn't become a star, I would be a gigantic TikTok person. Even if I only had a couple of followers. So you are Cola Pro. Well, I'm Pepsi Novice. Nice to meet you. How many Gnaw kids do we have in here? Just the one Gnaw kid? It's been really humid. TikTok is old school YouTube, basically. Yeah, that's why I like about it, because it does have an old school YouTube vibe. It feels more like old YouTube than YouTube. You are the last surviving Gnaw kid. Well, it's nice to meet you officially too, Cola Pro. And I think that's great that your name has something to do with Coca-Cola. Don't worry, I think I'm the only one from the Winger Dinger days that has fond memories. So I guess we're both alone in our fondness for our respective communities. Here I am talking about the Gnaw kids, and most of the people in this chat have no idea what in the hell we're talking about. Sorry for the obscure references. My bad. What do I do throughout the day? It's whatever I feel like. Whatever I feel like doing. I don't really have like a set schedule or anything. If I feel like going to the store, I'll go to the store. If I feel like masturbating to reruns of the King of Queens on TV Land, I'll do that. Your friend is that your friend's name's Danta Fanta? Is that their real name? That's pretty epic. That's our own little thing, the bro that survived. Is that we know the Null kids. And you guys don't, because you're not as cool and exclusive as we are. People still LARP? I didn't know that. But I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Danta Fanta. You got Coca-Cola and you got Fanta. How cool is that? Welcome, Stream Entertainment Media. Yes, I got a lot of inside jokes here. I'm a little bit too fond of them. Because I get people in my comment section being like, what are you talking about, man? People LARP as me? That's a little horrifying. Apparently people LARP as me. Well, more power to them. What's the subject I'm talking about right now? Nothing in particular. I'm just reading chats. I'm just responding to people. Nothing in particular. You know what subject we should discuss? We should talk about shower curtain rings. What do you guys think about shower curtain rings? I guess no one's got an opinion on them, so I guess we're not talking about shower curtain rings anymore. But that was a good discussion. Good discussion. Want to do a podcast where all we do is talk about obscure UIT history? We could be like the living Wikipedia for 30-plus-year-old super nerds. Well, that might be fun, but I think you and I would probably be the only ones who'd find that entertaining. Everyone else would be like, who the hell are these guys talking about? Jeez. Although, I don't know, there might be a couple of other fellow autists out there who find it entertaining. Yes, shower curtain rings, they do break too easily. How does it feel to become a known YouTuber again? I don't know. I guess it feels like $1 million, except I don't have $1 million. I mean, it is hard to get over 1,000. That was my goal, actually, to get 1,000. I didn't even think 10,000 was attainable. Somehow I got there. Shower curtain rings, metal or plastic, or painted to look like metal? Probably both. It'd be for you, me, and the 10 other autist veterans. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few other autists out there who would enjoy hearing us talk about that shit. Yeah, I hit 10,000 back in January. Do I get benefits from the government? No, I wish I did. If you know anybody from the government who could possibly give me benefits, let them know. I'm happy to receive them. I could use some benefits. Magic Mush. Where do I remember that reference? I've heard Magic Mush before. What does that mean? Well, thank you, Stream Entertainment Media. I've just tried to run an entertaining channel for fellow nerds to watch. Do I go into public Discord servers and voice chat? Not really. Thank you for the congratulations, bro that survived. Oh yeah, Magic Mush, I remember now. He's that guy who makes videos about obscure YouTubers from the past. He made a video not too long ago about Big Al. Yeah, it's early for me. I forgot who Magic Mush was. Now I remember. Yes, this video on Big Al was pretty good. I'm just waiting for the day Magic Mush does a video about Darkness the Curse, and he starts bringing up the drama I got into with him. Because that's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. Do I play video games? Which ones? Yeah, I just got a Switch 2. Well, I thought I had a Switch 2. It turned out it was dusty. Anybody could have made that mistake, but then I went out and got an actual Switch 2. What channels do you recommend? Well, if you go on my YouTube channel, Maltese, you scroll down, you can see some channels I recommend. Do I game on PC? Not really. I used to play like The Sims on PC and stuff, but I'm more of a console guy. Yeah, I saw his video about the amazing atheist that my brother, TJ. John Goodman, 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 John, good, man, John Goodman, John Goodman, John Goodman, John Goodman, John Goodman. He's a good man. Yeah, they put The Sims on a lot of consoles. I had it on the GameCube. I had it on the DS. But the PC version of The Sims is the best one. Do I live in the same area as Asa and Silent Rob? Well, Asa and Silent Rob live in very different areas, so I can't live in the same area as them both. I mean, we both live on the same continent. I mean, Asa lives in a house and Rob lives in a trash can. Or he will be living in a trash can soon. Enjoy your lunch, Cola Pro, even if you can't hear me. I hope you enjoyed that lunch. You deserve to have a good lunch. Everyone in the chat wish Cola Pro a good lunch. Did Silent Rob ever pay me back? Nope, and he never will. What would I suggest for a small animation channel? You know, I don't know because I'm not an animator, so I'm probably not like the best guy to ask since it's not really my area of expertise. But I would just say, you know, if you're just starting a channel, just hang in there, be patient. Don't let the numbers discourage you because if you pay too close attention to numbers, they will discourage you. So just stick in there and have fun. Have I met Boo Kitty before? No, I don't even think she really knows who I am. No, don't worry about the confusion, bro, that survived. I had plenty of my own confusion, but yes, I do. I do remember the Gnaw kids. I don't think I can forget that. Those were the days. The Gnaw kids. Have any other YouTubers tried picking on you because they see you as competition? No, I mean, I'm pretty much the only active channel that talks about the kind of stuff that I talk about. Like, Ghost of Adam doesn't make videos anymore. Um, like, George's Journal closed his channel. Uh, Just James doesn't make videos anymore. King of Aspies doesn't make videos anymore. Um, so it's pretty much just me, I feel like. So I don't really feel like there's any competition at all. Well, us winger dingers weren't really that high up, to be honest with you. We were basically like the poor man's channel awesome. We weren't even the poor man's channel awesome. We were the poor man's channel awesome. Has Think Before You Simp said anything else about you? I don't think so. I don't think so. He mentioned me in a video like a year ago, and then he mentioned me like 2 weeks ago. Alright, brother, survive, take care. What's my job, if you don't mind me asking? Chippendales dancer. Yeah, that's what I do. Tried to hide that, but, you know, no sense in trying to hide it anymore. Cat's out of the bag now. You guys remember that show, Chippendales Rescue Rangers? Chippendales Rescue Ranger. Chippendales. Good show. Good show. Man, that took me down a nostalgia trip talking about the Gnaw kids. Good times. Ladies love his truffle shuffle. No ladies, mostly just dudes. Must be slow for you since Las Vegas is empty. I just do it for people on the streets. Yes, thank John Goodman for us staying the same and just being all about entertainment. Praise be to Goodman. John Goodman. John Goodman. John Goodman. I think I'm slowly becoming the I'm 35 and never had a girlfriend guy. I think I'm going from being that to being the John Goodman song guy, which is good, which is fine with me. I want to be known as the John Goodman song guy. I want to be a one-hit wonder, basically. I want to be like the Sir Mix-a-Lot of my time with the John Goodman song. What are your hobbies and what else do you do in your free time? I like to sit in comfortable chairs, take lots of naps, uh, watch reruns of The King of Queens on TV Land. Uh, I like to suck all the air out of my neighbor's car's tires. There are only good men, but no bad men. Maybe there's like an alternate universe where John Goodman is John Badman, and he's really skinny. Well, actually, John Goodman's really skinny now. He looks kind of unhealthy. I kind of like John Goodman better when he was fat, but he's also a lot unhealthier too, so. I don't know. I think John Goodman would rather set himself on fire than have me interview him. I would be so awkward around John Goodman if I interviewed him. He would probably feel awkward too. So it would just be a big ball of awkward between the both of us. Ow, that hurt my ears. Sorry about that. You'd watch the heck out of that interview of me interviewing John Goodman. I guess it would be entertaining for like Schadenfreude or something. You know, not for the actual interview, but just for me being an awkward mess around John Goodman. John Goodman being interviewed by King Knowbody, pretty fucked up, huh? He should interview me. That'd be great. I'm the star. I'm the one who's got over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube after all. I mean, does John Goodman have 10K subs on YouTube? I don't think so. So he should be the one interviewing me. Which of the female lol cows would you marry and you have to pick one? I don't know, probably like Colleen Ballinger, the girl with the ukulele. I think she's kind of cute in like that crazy chick sort of way. You know. I mean, if I had to pick one, I mean, obviously, you know, or the whole grooming thing is very off-putting to me. But I mean, if I had to pick one, I mean, well, I mean, what are my other options? Like Shani for Christ, she's disgusting. So, I mean, it's not like I got my pick of the litter here. With or without the thick red lipstick on? Oh, you gotta go with. Gotta go with. Gotta go full bore in the crazy. Oh, I have to pick more than one? Man, you people are making this tough. Well, Rev can have Shani. Ugh. I do not envy Rev at all. So, if Rev wants her, he can have her. I can't believe I'm talking about female wall cows that I would marry. What has my life come to? How does it feel that King Cobra or JFS removed his dry spell twice and you haven't? I don't know. Maybe I'll remove my dry spell to King Cobra JFS. It could happen. You know, fly over to Wyoming and, you know, get him drunk enough to. You never know what can happen. King Cobra versus King Knowbody, the two kings facing off. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, that's crazy. As I was saying before the stream, Ozzy, Hulk Hogan, and Malcolm Jamal Warner, all within just a few days. That's crazy. Have I watched Happy Tree Friends? Uh, no, is that like the show Friends, but all the characters are trees, like in the Lord of the Rings? Because that's what that sounds like to me when I think of Happy Tree Friends. It's friends, but they're all trees. What do you do when you feel worn out on Vidya? What else is there to do, huh? Uh, Smoke crack. Lots of crack. Crack's great. I live in downstate Illinois. There's not a whole lot to do here. All the cool stuff's up in Chicago. I have to watch it. Maybe some other time. I don't know about like copyright stuff here on YouTube, but I might give it a watch sometime. If the episodes are only a few minutes. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this stream now, guys. But I'll do this again here in a couple weeks or so. So thank you for everybody for joining. And I will see all you nobodies later. Keep it cringy, everyone.